Welcome to Sea Lake Journeys with Chet and Robin. Come on, have a seat at our table with us. Let's talk about some cruising and have some fun while we're doing it. After all, we're all friends here. We are so glad you're here with us tonight. Grab you a snack and a drink and sit down and join us for a while. Hey, how about that? It is Sunday night here at Sea Lake Journeys. It's June the 15th, 2025, halfway through another month here in 2025. And so I'm Chet. I'm your host here tonight at Sea Lake Journeys. Thanks for joining me here. The co-host tonight with me is Sensei Rabbit, second degree dirty belt. He's here to keep the chat in line. And I also have over here sitting on the wheelchair, I have baby Enzo, and he's watching the door to see what's going on that way. He's gonna make sure nobody's go run in here and mess with us or do something like that. I don't know what could possibly happen at Sea Lake Journeys. Okay, so tonight, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail or not on your way in the door. I'll throw it up here real quick. It's a towel animal invasion. Is it? Is it really? Well, typically when you see towel animals, you think, what? Carnival. Carnival Cruise Line, famous for the towel animals. Guys, that picture right there is from the Enchanted Princess. Yeah, no towel animals were injured in the taking of that photograph, by the way. But so I come across some things I found out this week, big changes that Carnival has done or is doing or will do in 2025. Some of these things are going to carry on over into next year and beyond. Other things are going to be squashed and they're going to say, well, that didn't work. And so do you want to know what kind of things Carnival Cruise Line has going on? I thought when I started to read this, I'm like, I already know. Well, some of them I did know, and some of them I did not know. So you know what? Here at Sea Lake Journeys, we want to help you stay informed so you can make decisions on what's going on in your cruising life. And so some of the things we're going to talk about tonight, you can be aware of. And in fact, maybe you've already been on a Carnival cruise this year, and you can put in the chat, yes, I experienced that. I liked it. Yes, I experienced that. I did not like it. Yes, I have a cruise later on in this year. I'm not looking forward to that, or I am looking forward to that. That's what we want to talk about tonight. Changes in Carnival. Are you looking forward to them? Are you not looking forward to them? Have you experienced them? Have you not experienced them? But hey, before we get going, let's say hi to 10 or 70 people here in the chat, and then we're going to come back and talk about the changes Carnival's doing. Tiffany, love a baby shark right there. Hey, Chet and Robin. And check it out. We got the baby shark Squeaky here with us tonight. Sensei Rabbit made sure that we had that here tonight, Tiffany. And she says, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day, right on to all you fathers out there. That's great, Tiffany. And Cruising Complete says, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Good evening, all. Yeah, hey, happy Father's Day, right? I used to tell my kids growing up, they say, happy Father's Day. And I said, you know what? Every day's Father's Day. Every day's Father's Day. I said, look, you're healthy. You're doing good in school. You're doing great. Everything's great. Every day's like that. So every day's Father's Day. That's the way I look at it. Hey, yeah, right there. And Fisherman's Lodge, good evening to you, Fisherman's Lodge. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And we got Danny D rolling in here, lurking tonight. Blanket, hi to everybody. Okay, blanket hello from Danny D. Sometimes I've been in that position. You can't always chat it up. You're there, you're listening, and sometimes you can run over and chat, but sometimes you can't. That's what's happening right there for Danny D. Lori Barber saying, hello, Sea Lake Journey and crew. Woo! Right on, Lori. Good to see you here tonight. And Traveling Fools, right on. Yo, what's going on, Traveling Fools? Thanks for joining us here tonight. And whatever floats your boat, hey, y'all, hashtag CCA raid, right on, Angie. There's a whole herd of us coming from Carnival Cruise Addicts over there. We hung out with Chris and Liz. We was there, and we pretty much just said hi to everybody. I did put one comment in there. Has anybody seen a new version of Lego that's for going barefoot? The barefoot version of Lego. I've never seen that invented. I think somebody who invents that could make a lot of money. Maybe make them out of foam. They still look exactly like a Lego block. They still go together like a Lego block, but they're made of foam. So when you step on them, you scream into the netherworld. Maybe I'll invent that. I just had a great idea. Thanks, y'all, for that great idea. What do you say, Sensei Rabbit? He doesn't talk a whole lot, but he'll tell me later. Linda Toman Creates says, hello, chat, and hello, Chet. Chat, the Chat crew right here, right on, Linda. Thanks for joining us. And Coker Culture, don't forget, Zach's coming on with the Nerd Herd right behind me at 7 p.m. Behind me, 7 p.m. He's right there. I see him. Zach, he says, happy Sunday, happy Father's Day. Sending Chet, Sensei Rabbit, and everyone in the Double Squeaky Dojo. Hashtag CCA Rage. That right there, magic words. Double Squeaky Dojo. Get your double squeakies in here. I should make a hashtag for that if I ever get Nightbot to work. I went over and turned it all off. I'm just going to leave it off for a couple of days and then try it again. Let him show that I'm disinterested. I don't care about you, Nightbot. And then maybe he'll want to participate again. I don't know. We gotta check it out. Oh, watching the ad. Oh, what kind of ad did you get? I know sometimes I'm watching shows and I get interesting ones. I get dog food commercials. I'm like, okay, I got dogs. That makes sense. And other times I get products that I'm like, why are they showing me that? I don't even need to know about that. Marjorie, good evening to you. Hey, good evening. A big old hug from Marjorie right there. And Sensei Rabbit gives you a hug too, Marjorie. Aaron Smith coming in. Hello, happy Father's Day. Sunday, Sea Lake Journey crew right on, Aaron. It's been a great day. It's been a great day for y'all. Right, I got up at 4 a.m. this morning, went to the gym at 4:30, did all that, came home, took care of the dog stuff, did some YouTube stuff. Robert from Sea Lake Journeys was out on the butterfly farm doing butterfly stuff, and she's been out there the rest of the afternoon too. I don't even know what all she's done out there. I haven't been out there to see yet. I'll probably go out there tomorrow, and it'll be a and somebody will swing by on a vine. There's no telling what's going on out there. And Cruising Chris M right there. Hey, Cruising Chris, coming in on the CCA raid. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And we got a floaty boaty going on over here. Is that a new drink on Carnival? Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll tell you what is new on Carnival. Some of the changes going on is you might be in for a surprise at the muster drill. How many remembers the old style muster drills where you had to go get your life jacket, walk out onto a deck somewhere, standing in the blazing sun in Florida in June, July, and August, or wherever you're there, put the life preserver on, stand there shoulder to shoulder, touching each other front and back and everywhere else you don't want to be touching people, and stand there and wait because somebody's still in the pool with a cocktail and don't want to show up to the muster drill, and you got to wait for everybody to get there. And you just say, I'll be glad when I get out of this muster drill. Well, then one of the great things that came out of COVID is that e-muster drill. E-muster drill was so great. You go up, you say, I'm here. This is my muster station. You go back to your cabin. While you're unpacking, you watch the video. This is great. I like this kind of muster drill. Well, if you're on a Carnival ship this year, it could happen to you. You might end up doing that old school muster drill again. You might have to grab your life preserver and go out and stand on the deck with your 800 new friends in the sweltering heat in Florida. Yeah, just saying. And that's going to happen on all of the Carnival ships, all of them. That's only going to happen twice a year, every 6 months. Okay, so let's say you're going to be on the Carnival Sunshine. You've got and let's say they do 7-day sailings. So that's 52 sailings a year. You've got a 1 in 26 chance of ending up having to do that muster station drill. 1 in 26. Whew. And I don't know how you would know before you go ahead of time. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. Is there a way you can find out, hey, the September 18th sailing on the Sunshine is going to have the old school muster drill. They probably only have 22 people on that ship. Everybody be like, I ain't doing that. But that's one of the things that Carnival is changing, and they looks like it's something that's going to stick. So every ship in the Carnival fleet, twice a year, every 6 months, they're going to do the old school muster drill. And you might be on one of those sailings. How do you feel about that? Have you already experienced it? Let me know if you have. If you haven't and you're fixing to go on a Carnival cruise, let me know what you think about that. Now, we're going next April. Next April, we're getting on the Carnival Horizon for that ABC cruise. And it's in April, so hopefully it won't be 1,000 degrees. And just in case we do get stuck having to do it, because if you have to do it, you have to do it. You know what I mean? You can't get out of it. You can't go, oh, I have a stubbed toe. I can't do it. Don't care. Get out there. Get your life preserver and get out there. There's no exceptions. So we'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens right there. And we got happy Father's Day to Barry right there. And hey, Linda. Hey, Budgeting by Dina. What's going on? Thanks for joining us here tonight. We're talking about changes in Carnival. Do you have a Carnival cruise booked? Are you going to go on one? Shay's Adventure here. Also, thanks for joining us, Shay, on hashtag CCA Raid. Right on. Chris and Liz sending them over. And hey there. Scott coming in from Controversial Cruising. Hello, everyone. A blanket hello again here to support, because we know Scott's the busiest guy in YouTube right now. He's doing 18,000 different things, and he's still looking for a couple more. He thinks he can do a couple more things. I don't know how. But don't forget Monday at 8:30. Just a reminder, Monday at 8:30, the Conscious Cruiser, in which Scott from Controversial Cruising is one of the members of, along with Elisa from Elisa's Adventures in Cruising, and myself, Chet from Sea Lake Journeys. We're going to have another episode, and it'll be on Sea Lake Journeys and on Spotify. Y'all, we appreciate it if y'all get over there and subscribe to us on Spotify and listen to an episode or two. And we're trying to build that up, trying to get to 18,000 subscribers. And, hey, we're just trying to build it up. I don't even know how many we have. Don't want to know until we hit a big number. I told Scott, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Lori's coming in also on that hashtag CCA Raid. Right on. We sure appreciate that. And I'm scrolling right here to see what I got here. And we got, hey, there's CCA now, Carnival Cruise Addicts saying, hey to everybody. That's kind of what I do. Like they're doing, just throw a whole bunch in there at a time. Denise is here, Bone Tired Travelers. And guys, she's only a couple away from 200. She's dangerously close. So if you haven't subscribed to Bone Tired, get over there and subscribe to Denise. Tell her Sea Lake Journey sent you. And she's an awesome person. We want to help her get to that 200. And Bear. Okay, well, I'll see your bear, and I'll raise you a Sensei Rabbit with a 2nd degree dirty belt. Throw a bear at me. See what you get with that, Scott. Matthew Jones also here coming in on the hashtag CCA with the what? That's right. He said it. Double squeakies right there for Matthew Jones. Right on. And Carnival Cruise Act got some more hays and hi there's and ho there's and coming on in. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody here real quick, and I'm going to move on to my second point. And okay, looks good. I can keeping up with the Griffins right there. Hey, keeping up with the Griffins. How's it going? No clue what that ad was. I thought it helped the channel. It does. Watching the commercials, I usually leave them on too. If I'm watching somebody's channel, and the commercial comes on, I just leave it on, and it goes off. And I believe it helps. So I watch them too, because I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Okay. All right. So our next point is, do you have kids? Or maybe you don't have kids, but you like to go to the arcade yourself. Now, I've been known to go to arcade once, Norwegian Breakaway, Ocean Travel. It's all their fault. That's how Sensei Rabbit got here. He hijacked himself off of the Norwegian Breakaway, out of the game room, I guess. I don't know. That's where we found him. And followed Ocean home, and they mailed him to me. Yeah. So if you got kids or you like to be in the game room yourself, Carnival is going to have a new arcade pack. Whoa, what's that? Arcade package deals, which I think is a great idea. Now you have to go on to Carnival, find out what those deals are. I know it can be something like, hey, buy $10 worth of tokens and we'll give you 12 or something like that. They're going to give you a little bit more than what you spend to keep you in the game room a little longer. So then you'll be like, well, this is so much fun. I think I'll spend another $10 and get $12 more worth of tokens and play some games. I think that's a great idea, the arcade package deals. And it helps them save a little money because you got a couple of kids or 3 kids or 4 kids. And you can still get on a cruise. You might not be able to afford the game room without some of these package deals. And I think that's a good idea from Carnival. So I'm giving that one a check mark as a good thing. And so going back to the muster station drill, I'm giving that a that's what I think of the old muster station drill. I don't know why they're doing it. Nobody else is doing it. Anybody got a clue why they're doing it? Nobody else is. Let me know. I'm giving the old muster station and I'm giving the arcade package deal to a double squeaky. There you go. Double squeaky for the arcade. Another change that they've had, I know y'all have heard about this one, is the no Bluetooth speakers and no boom boxes. And I think we know why. There's been some people go on there and messed it all up for everybody else because they want to blast whatever it is they're playing, and people don't want to hear that, whatever they're playing. They want to hear the steel drums that's playing over here in the background on the ship. They don't want to hear, whatever it is you're playing. And then besides that, the guy on the other side is playing something totally different, and it turns into a radio war. So I think I'm going to give a double squeaky to that one, Carnival. Sometimes if people can't act like adults, you just got to take their toys away. And that's what Carnival's doing. And I have to agree with them because I would rather them go ahead and do that than to have to deal with that nonsense myself. And right here, we got Controversial Cruising saying KUWTG, keeping up with the Griffins. That's what that means. I'm pretty sure. How about that? I get ads too, Lori. I do too, y'all. When I'm watching somebody, I get ads. And I like to see what they are, to see if, hey, do these people know that I have dogs? These people know that I drive a car? Do these people know this or that? And then other times I'm like, nah, they don't know. Otherwise, they wouldn't be showing me that because I don't care nothing about that. So they're building the old school muster drill as an experience. Aaron, that's a great marketing idea. I'm sure they're not, but I think they should. I think you could make a lot of money, Aaron, working for Carnival with an idea like that. Let's market it as a retro muster drill. And it's only going to cost you $10 to participate. But if you don't participate, you have to get off the ship. They can market it something like that. That's brilliant, Aaron. I like that kind of thinking. That's the kind of minds they need working for them to market these kind of things. It's a retro cruise. We're going to retro you into, put your life preserver on, stand out there in the heat. Yeah, it's a good time for only $10. Hello. It will just make you appreciate the e-muster all the more. Absolutely, Lori, 1,000%. Just thinking about the old muster station drill makes me just love the e-muster drill. E-muster is the ticket. I don't want anything to do with that old muster drill. And I know Robin from Sea Lake Journeys don't want nothing to do with it. No, she really hates it. She hates it more than I hate liver. And that's pretty bad. Cruising Chris M says, I think they're going to email before the cruise starts for the in-person muster drill. You will only have 1 or 2 week notice. Oh, wow. And you by that time, you've already paid. You've already paid everything. So you just got to suck it up unless you got the insurance that, covers you for just saying, oh, I don't want to go, or, hey, I can't go because of this, So at least if you got a week or 2 heads up, I think I'd rather know before I got on there than be surprised. Surprise. It's a retro cruise. Go get your life jacket. I think I'd rather know ahead of time. Thanks for that tip, for letting us know that. Chris. Yes, thanks for that. What's muster drill, Aaron? Oh, I'll tell you what that is there, Tiffany. What it is you have to do it on every cruise. Every cruise, you got to do what's called a muster drill. And that's so you know that in case of an emergency, you hit an iceberg, or a big wave came and hit something, there's a fire on the ship, any kind of big emergency, you got to know where your muster station is. And that's where you go and report to during an emergency so that they can got you all in one place. There's different places on the ship. Not everybody's in one place, but there may be 10 different muster stations, and you will be assigned to one of them. And so you're going to know where to go. My muster station drill is at the taco place. So I know if something happens and they sound the alarm, and that's part of what the muster station drill is too. They're going to tell you, if you hear this, beep, 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 that's an emergency. Head for your muster drill. Where is it? My muster drill's at the taco place. So you head up there. And then they start checking you. Make sure everybody that's supposed to be at muster station G, which is the taco place, is here. And then if you have to get on lifeboats, this group goes. They know which group goes first, which group goes second, and which lifeboat you go to. So it's very important information. You don't want to have an emergency, a big, huge emergency, and then wonder, where do I go? What do I do? you know, you don't want to be in a situation like that. You want to know what that sound is. That's the emergency blast. Next step is, where do I go? What do I do? You need to know those things. That's what the muster station is all about, to make sure you know them things. And Keisha's here. Hey, Keisha. She's saying, hey, Chet and Robin at Sea Lake Journeys, right on. And the Sea Lake Journey crew. Right on. And Danny says, can't wait to meet us. We can't wait to meet you. It's coming up, Danny D, just a month away. Foodies, vacations. Vicky's here. Hey, Chet, running out of battery power. Just want to say to you and everyone before the phone dies, we're in a restaurant. All right, double squeakies for you, Vicky. What better place for foodies vacation to be than at a place with food? I like that, Vicky. Thanks for saying hi to us. We appreciate it. And yeah, so Carnival's got these changes. Some of them we ain't going to like, and they're going to stick around. Some of them we ain't going to like, and they may disappear. Some of them we're going to like, and they're going to disappear. Some of them we're going to like, and they're going to stick around. Did you know, here's one, we should have known this already, that there's no gambling outside of the casino. You can't just say, hey guys, I got some dice over here. Anybody want to play dice? And let's all bet. Everybody throw $5 down. Yeah, you can't do that. You've never been able to do that. So this is not a new policy on Carnival. This is just a, hey, hello, everybody. We've had this policy for forever, but now for some reason we've got to come out and make public statements and tell you that you can't do that. The only place you can do any gambling is in our casino, you know. So that's not a new policy. So I'm just going to give a Carnival right there a one squeaky for having to remind everybody and going ahead on and doing it. Because, you know, I just can't imagine people out there gambling on their own out here. That could get real ugly real fast. Makes me wonder if that's what some of the fights about that we're seeing on Carnival. You know, alcohol's involved. I just lost all my cash, and now I can't buy another drink, and I'm really mad about it, and I don't like the way that guy's laughing at me for losing all my money, so I'm going to punch him in the nose, and then, you know, it all breaks out. I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with it. It's more than just alcohol being involved. Could be some gambling involved too. Hadn't thought of that until I was putting this together for the show here tonight. Now, a monster drill might be a fun thing planned on a cruise. A monster drill would be awesome, Aaron. Yeah, instead of doing the muster drill, we're going to do a monster drill. Which monster do you want to be? I'm going to be Grandpa. I'm going to fly around. I'm going to be Cousin It. I'm going to be Cousin It. I'm going to be Thing. Well, that's Addams Family. Sometimes I get those shows mixed up. But yeah, that would be hilarious. I appreciate you teaching me all this stuff. Right on, Tiffany. You got to know, because one day you may get on a cruise. You know, you're going to say, hey, I've got to do it. I've been saving my pennies now, and I'm ready to get on that cruise. And then you're going to know all this stuff. And Bone Tired Denise says, I hit the 200 mark. Double squeakies for everybody that helped Denise get to that 200. She deserved it. We were so glad to see her get it. And I know that at Carnival Cruise Addicts, they was, you know, pushing for her to get it. And I think a lot of us have been pushing for you for a week to get there. And we've had a few other channels that have been trying to throw out there, come on, you know, how about them? Denise, do you have a Facebook? I post my diamond art progress there. Oh, there you go. Facebook's a good place to connect too. We have a Facebook page, by the way, Sea Lake Journeys and Sea Lake Journeys something else crew, I think. I think we got two of them. I don't know. We got stuff going on. We got Instagram too. I got to go over and post some more on Instagram for anybody that follows that. And Scotty J Travels. How do I know it's Scotty J Travels? Because I hear a whoop, whoop, whoop. I can hear you coming, Scotty J, in the chat before you ever get here. Right on. Yes, I think I've caught up here almost here. What's this? Aaron says, I'm stuck at 75 XP. So if we need a lockpick or undead turned or someone cast a spell, I'm probably not going to make it. Oops. Premature nerd games. Yeah, you're getting ready for a Zach show coming on at 7. It's only a half hour away. It's time to get warmed up for it. Here at Sea Lake Journeys, we can help you get pumped up for anything, for the week, for tomorrow, for supper tonight, for the next show after us. Let's do it. Let's do it all. And here's another one that just came up recently. No satellite dishes so that you can get your own Wi-Fi without purchasing it through the ship. How about that? And I think some of y'all maybe, I know Scott knows Richard No Pants Profits. He's got his own YouTube channel, and he had a big video on it. He took his own satellite that he bought and set it up, and he showed the speed he had and everything. He had a great video on it, and I know people were checking that out going, maybe I ought to get one of them. Maybe I ought to get one of them. How much does that cost, and how many cruises do I do, and how's it going to be cost effective and all this? People were already calculating that when Carnival stepped in and said, they wrote a whole new policy saying, can't bring it on our ship no more. Nope, no can do. So Richard, thanks for making those videos, Richard, to let us know what happened. And he was the first one. And he brought this information to us before Carnival even, set it out here, that you can no longer bring satellite dishes. So you're not going to be able to get around without, if you want internet, you're going to have to purchase it through the ship. And I'm sure other cruise lines have already made the same policy. They just haven't had to advertise it yet because they haven't had anybody try it. But it seems like people try stuff more on Carnival, don't they? And it's like when you see somebody saying, hey, look how I smuggled alcohol onto the ship. And they open their suitcase up and they show you all this. They're on a Carnival ship. Have you ever noticed that? It's like more people are trying to get away with more junk on Carnival than they are other cruise lines. Is that true? Is that true? Is that just what I've observed? Maybe my observations are misguided. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but that seems to be what I see. Well, right here, Chris and Liz agree with me. How about that? Thanks for that, y'all. Hey, good evening. And it's a cruise life. Pete, what are you doing up this late? Man, it's 11:30 over there, brother. All right, good to see you though. Thanks for joining us. It's a cruise life, y'all. If you're ready to get on a bucket list cruise on the other side of the world, you might want to check out It's a Cruise Life's channel right there. He's got all the places around the Mediterranean, Northern Europe, places that you maybe haven't been to and want to go to. Yeah, It's a Cruise Life right there. And he's saying evening to all of y'all up there. Yes, evening to everybody. Okay, I'm going to roll here quick again. I recall hearing a story about a cruiser who played a speaker on their balcony in Glacier Bay. I'll tell you what, that's a big, huge no-no. Any of y'all have ever done an Alaska cruise, you know why it's a big no-no, right? And typically, we're inside cabin people. We'll only get something else if the price is right, and that way we can, put up a video for the channel of a different type of cabin. But in Alaska, you got to have a balcony, or at least a cabin with a balcony, any kind, whether it's a suite, mini suite, whatever. You want a balcony. And when you sit out there on your balcony, or if you go up on Lido deck, anywhere in the public area that's outside, and you're out there in Glacier Bay, you can hear a pin drop. Why? Because the ice is going to do what they call calving, and that's when a great big slice of it's going to start to crack, and you can hear the cracking. You're hundreds of yards away, but you can hear it, and then boom, like thunder, it crashes into the ocean, and you want to be able to hear all that. And I've noticed too, when we were cruising there through Glacier Bay, and we're sitting on our balcony, the little otters, sea otters, were down there on the little pieces of ice, and you could hear them going squeak, squeak, squeak. They'd sound like little squeakies. They'd sound like little squeakies down there because it was so quiet. Trust me, I don't want to hear your music. I don't care what it is, how good it is, even if it's my own favorite music. I don't want to hear any of that nonsense. Nobody does when they're in Alaska. They want to hear the sounds of nature while you're there. Save your music for when you get home. You can't go a week without it. Come on, man. Really? Or go down in the atrium and listen to it. Right? That's what I'm saying. Am I getting off? Am I venting? I don't want to get angry about it, but yeah, I can see that could be a real problem though, having those speakers. But on a Princess ship, we could hear a pin drop. There was nobody playing nothing. Yes, it did suck. That's awful. It really is. Yeah, if you go to Alaska, you want to hear the nature. Took me a while, but I finally found it. Okay, great. What's worse is they would close down the bars before the muster drill. So not only are you outside sweating, but without a cocktail too. How rude. I'll tell you, and I know why they had to shut down the bars is because otherwise people wouldn't leave them. They just sit there. I'm not going anywhere. I got a drink. Or they get so hammered they couldn't get to the muster drill. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So it's some people can't behave like adults and they have to have adult supervision. They have to shut down the bar and shut down the food even. They shut down everything to make sure you get to the muster drill because you have to do the muster drill. Not just because of the cruise line, but the cruise maritime laws for all ships requires it, and it has to be done. There's no exceptions. Ain't that something? What's this right here? Carnival Cruise Addicts. How can you be so much fun if you are not travel agents? That's a good question. How come y'all ain't travel agents? Y'all are so much fun. Y'all should be a travel agent. Right? You're not supposed to have any food or beverage at the old muster drill. Exactly. And people don't want to put that drink down, Lori. They're like, I just got this. I just paid $15 for this. I don't want to walk away from this. What do? You got to. So they shut it down in enough time, supposedly, somebody could suck it down or whatever, take it back to their cabin, put it in their mini fridge, and then head on up there to the deck, whatever. But that's why. That's why nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to do that. We just want to go do our e-muster drill and get it on. Let's get it on, y'all. Hey, we all need to meet up someday, my friends. Yes, Tiffany, we do. We absolutely we do. We do. I would imagine there may have been some private card games with money on them. Yeah, dice, cards. Who knows what kind of games they was playing over there? You know, maybe rock, paper, scissors. I don't know. What kind of games can you gamble on? I know people can gamble on anything, right? Laugh out loud, cousin Chet instead of cousin it. Yeah, right on, Danny. I'll be your cousin. I love Munster cheese. Oh, of course, we love Munster cheese. That'd be another good cruise, a Munster cruise. Congrats on the 200 Bone Tired. Yes. Z-Man coming in. Z-Man, how's it going there, brother? Double squeakies from a Z-Man right there. Happy Father's Day, Chet. Right on. Thank you, Z-Man. Hope you're having a great day over there, brother. Hope you're getting all back to 100%. We're ready for you to get back on there and start throwing your cruise minutes out there. I used to like it when Z-Man throws short cruise things out there because then I knew what was going on, and it would just be a short thing, and I'd pick up stuff like this. So I could say, oh, that's a good one, Z-Man. That's a good one right there. And, okay, I'm rolling real quick here. In 8 years, I'll hit 1,000. I know, right? Oh, gosh. Zach's got to head off to get the nerd herd rounded up. Hey, when you got a herd like the nerd herd, it takes you a little while to round them nerds up. I get you, Zach. Right on, brother. And we'll be following you over there with a hashtag SLJ raid. How about that? We'll be raiding over there. What's sad is he also had the premium Wi-Fi package. Oh, yes. Yeah, got the premium Wi-Fi package. Man, that's expensive on ships too, ain't it? Good grief. Scott cranking up the emojis already. Hope he caught that. I'm sure he did, Scott. Denise, how was your day? What is this right here? Hit that like for the Sensei Rabbit. Absolutely, Scott. Thank you for that. Sensei Rabbit says what? He says, thank you very much. He says it like this, though. Thank you very much. Yeah, because the mouth can't line up with the words. You know how those movies work. Hey, does the cruise start or end in February 14th? Okay, that's the ungrouped group cruise right there. If you want to know that, Carnival Cruise Addicts is kind of heading the way on that right there. And if Chris or Liz can let everybody know in the chat here, because there's people who want to know, when is the ungrouped group cruise or the no group cruise, the group without a group cruise, something like that. Matthew says, we do not smuggle anything, but why would you make a video and post about it? How dumb. I did buy a bottle of tequila in Mexico one time, and it didn't stop me from taking it to my room. Oh, they messed up bad, because they're supposed to, when you come on the ship, they're supposed to take it from you right there, and you sign down your cabin number and your signature, and they take it. Somebody messed up. Shh, don't tell them that, Matthew. They might lose their job. Yeah. Now you can take, if let's say there's 2 adults in your cabin, you and your wife, or you and your husband, or you and your girlfriend, whatever, you can take 2 bottles of wine, one each, and they have to be the 750 milliliter size. You can't bring on that big old bottle of wine or that great big thing of Morgan David or whatever it is that you buy in the store. You got to get the 750 milliliter size. Yeah. In 2027, Tiffany's going to be 32. What? Oh my gosh. I remember 32. It was just yesterday. No, people just don't post their stupidity on other lives. We're just openly stupid. I know, right? Hey, look what I got away with. I took all this on the ship. Oh, I've seen people that posted other stuff like that, you know, twisting the bottle cap off, drinking the water, and then filling it back up out of the sink, and then putting the cap back on and setting it up there. Don't like that. Now, here's one for you may not have heard of. If you book your excursions through Carnival, they're going to do away with the paper tickets. You're going to do everything on the app. Your description is going to be on the app. Your ticket's going to be on the app, which I think is kind of weird because when you get off the ship and you got to show your ticket down there to the cruise vendor that you're going to be going with, you got to have your phone to show it to them on the app. I'm like, what? I don't want to do that. I don't want to carry my phone off to show I got a ticket. So I'm giving this here, Carnival doing away with paper tickets. I'm doing away with. Now they do say on here you can use your key card. You don't have to have your phone. You can use your key card. I don't know about that. Maybe you can. Anybody done that yet? I'm wondering how that's going to work out. It's supposed to be starting immediately. It's supposed to be going into effect now. So anybody's going on a Carnival cruise here real soon, let me know if you're booking an excursion through Carnival. How does this work? Take your key card down there, even though all the information's on your phone. How is it on your key card? How does that work? I don't know any details about this. I want to know how it works before next April, please, and thank you. So whoever's going, let me know here at Sea Lake Journeys, whether it's in a video and in a live chat, and anywhere. Email me, sealakejourneys@gmail.com. Any of that will help. And it looks like, hey, Bill's in here. Hey, Bill, what's going on? Hey, SLJ, what's going on, Bill? Good to see you here. Bill's probably knows the answers to some of these questions. Aaron says, and you want to hear the calving. 1, it sounds cool. And 2, another chunk of ice to dodge. Yeah, well, hopefully we ain't that close to it. We don't want to be that close to dodge that ice. But the calving, you do want to hear it. You really do. It's bizarre. And you just can't describe it. You got to hear it for yourself. It's one of those things, you hear people say, you can see our videos from Alaska, but until you see it for yourself, the videos don't really do it any justice. It's the same thing with the calving thing, hearing it before it happens and then seeing it. It's something you got to experience for yourself. We got a whole lot of bills coming in now. Bills. Right on. Aaron says, I finally remembered. I heard about that Alaska experience courtesy of Don Terrace. Yeah, I would believe that. I don't remember it, but that sounds like something Don would have let us know about. And it's probably, I wonder if he experienced it himself or if he got the information from another cruiser. I thank goodness the 2 times we've been to Alaska, we've been on Princess, and nobody brings boom boxes. Nobody's bringing those little Wi-Fi speakers and stuff. Nobody's bringing Bluetooth. I've never even seen one or heard one. Right here, we can gamble on anything. Yeah, I'll bet you I can eat this guy's burger faster than you eat your guy's burger. Okay, $20. Everybody got any bet? Put money on it right here. Now that's a bet I might get in on because I can control some of that. I know how fast I can eat a guy's burger. I mean, I don't know how fast he can eat it, but I'm looking at him. I'm like, I think I can eat faster than this dude. See you soon. Right on. Love poker, Carnival Cruise Addicts. Right. Oh, here you go. Box wine. No box wine, Denise. No box wine. It has to be a bottle, 750 milliliter. Don't be trying to sneak that on Carnival and do a video on it. I can see it now. Denise will be on the ABC cruise with us too. She'll say, hey, y'all, come on to my cabin and check out what I snuck in on the ship. I got me a box of wine. And I'm recording it now. I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to be part of that. Sneak on that box of wine, Denise. That's great. Disgusting. I remember one time Robin Seelig Journeys bought a box of wine, put it in the fridge, and it like had a valve or something you opened on it. And she said, oh, it's actually not too bad. I guess the price made the difference. Yeah. I'm old and want paper tickets. Me too. I want my paper ticket. I want to, when I get in my cabin, there they are. Here's an envelope with my, and I can check them. I can check my paper cabinet. There it is. There it is. And put it right there in my safe. And when we get out that morning, I got them. And I know where to go because I got my ticket. I don't want to carry a phone. And I know you take your sale and sign card with you anyway, but I don't know. What if I get down there and they scan it and they go, sorry, we scanned your card and it ain't on there. I mean, how can I double check my card to know it's on there? What if it ain't on there and I go down there? What am I going to do about it then? See the dilemma I'm talking about? Whereas if I got my paper ticket right here. Look, it has the right date on it, right ship on it. That's my name. Here we go. But man, if you scan your card and it ain't on there, they just tell you, well, it ain't on here. Sorry, you can't go. Really? This is a bucket list excursion for me. You know, helicoptering to the whales. When am I going to be back here to do it again? Never. Yeah, it could ruin somebody's day. Lori says, I guess you have to get off the ship to take an excursion. We don't. No, you don't have to, Lori. You've heard me talk about this before on the show. There are excursions you can do on the ship, like behind the scenes tours, like the 360 adventure, like Spellbound. There are some excursions you can do on the ship, and they are great. And you don't have to worry about getting off the ship to do them. And they're awesome. I love them all. So no, you don't have to get off the ship to do an excursion. Baby Enzo's over here giving me 5. I don't know what the 5's for. Is it a time check? I got 19 minutes, Baby Enzo. Don't worry. I'll be off of here. I think he wants me off of that. You don't get off at all, Lori? I don't think Lori did get off. When we was on the MSC cruise, I don't think they did get off. Will ship book excursions have electronic gizmos that read key cards? Are they connected to know who's coming? See, that's the whole problem. How does that work, Aaron? I mean, you think some of these countries, you know, you're getting off in, let's say, Belize, and I'm going to go swimming with the sharks, and they scan my card, and I go, nope, we don't have it. In fact, our Wi-Fi is down. We can't scan anybody. Too bad. So sad. Get back to the ship. I don't know. There's just so many issues that I could see happening, possibly. Make it not work. It comes with a spigot. Yes, that's right, Denise. A spigot. What I call a little valve thing. Yeah. She had one of those one time. It's been a long time ago. Disgusting was for the open the bottle of water and recap with the tab. I thought it was for the box wine, Lori. Okay, the disgusting was for the opening. Yes, I saw the video. I think it was Don Terrace, like Aaron was saying on that other one. He says, hey, check out this video. This girl opened it up and I drank all the water out. Watch this. She fills it up in the sink, puts the cap back on and sticks it up there. Now she says, now you got to be real careful. The little things, when you turn it and they snap off, you got to line them back up. Yeah, she's very detail oriented. I'll give her that. Line those little things back up so you can't tell from looking at it. Yeah. Denise says, my nail guy kept a M equals bow of wine in the fridge. Oh, okay. When I'd go for a late evening, Manny Petty, he'd bring me a styrofoam cup of wine. Laugh out loud. I needed a red Soto cup. Don't bring me no styrofoam. Bring me a red Soto cup. Right on. There's a place around here in Sebring that does that too. And the ladies they go in there to say they're getting their nails done, but really they're going in there to get hammered. We know, ladies. Laugh out loud. My cash is for casino and tips, not for gambling on Lido deck with dice or who can eat the guy's burger the fastest. Right, Lori? I get you. No ship is our destination. The ship is your destination. Yeah. And you did really good with that MSC Yacht Club, Lori. That's a true destination ship right there. Mm-hmm. Let's play slots. Here you go. Denise, styrofoam cup would ruin that box of wine. A box wine and styrofoam cup. All you need now is a straw, right? Yeah, that'd make that whole scenario complete. A straw. Denise, did they give you? Oh, look, Danny's even brung that up to a straw with your wine. Great minds think alike, Danny. Do you see that? A mint box. I know it. I can't deny it. When I drank, I had a box of wine in the fridge. Yeah, we know Lori don't drink no alcohol no more, and that was an amazing thing. That'd make a good topic one time too. That non-alcoholic drinks on a ship are so vast and varied. I was impressed at the different kinds of wine and beer and cocktails they had, no alcohol, that were still really good. But you know what? I think it's time for a water break, y'all. And remember the towel animals I showed you at the beginning of the show that were not on Carnival? They were on Princess. Check it out. There you go. The animals came to life. You never heard them that alive on Carnival, did you? Princess may not be the towel animal ship, but man, when they do have towel animals, them jokers are alive. Just saying. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, but smarty pants, what happens when they notice that the cup unscrews off really easy and it doesn't crackle and snap? That's just it. Some people would notice that. I think I would, but some people don't. And why they don't? Because they've been out in the sun drinking all day. Out sun drinking all day. They're half hammered or all the way hammered, and they come in the room. Ugh, I need some water. They're not going to notice it. You know what I mean? They're not going to notice it. I would notice it because, yeah, I think you would notice it, Aaron. I think some other people would notice it, but think about it. There's some people that are going to not notice it. Yeah, they wouldn't notice. I don't think by that time, if the bottle was only half full, they would just figured, well, they must have drank the other half before they went out on deck. There you go, 6:45. Here you go, Scott. Hey, I'm right on time. It's only 6:47. I'm staying close. Malbec was hard to find in a box. Oh, but could you find it? How about that? Whoa, little bitty ones and Angry Birds. I know they had everything. And you hear those great sounds, the elephants, the monkeys, the lions, everything. Najuma Brown, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And yeah, so Carnival has making some changes. So if you heard any of these that you liked, that you want to see stay, some of them that you like, I wish they'd go away. Well, we got a couple of more. This one's really interesting, and I hope they have this in April when we get on the horizon. I'd like to check this out. Right now, it's only on the Carnival Sunrise. What they're doing is they're testing for breakfast at Guy's Burger. And it's a small menu, 4 or 5 different breakfast items that you can get there. And you'll have to go check that out and find out what the items were, because I don't remember off the top of my head. But when I saw it, I was like, ooh, that looks good. This looks like some good breakfast items. I would try that. So right now it's only on the Sunrise, but who knows? If it catches on, this test works out good, they'll spread it to a couple more ships. And by April, if it's on the Carnival horizon, I'll be doing a video on it. I'll be showing you breakfast at Guy's. I look forward to doing that too. Another cruise thing here too. And let me know what you think about that. Would you have breakfast at Guy's? With the breakfast stuff, or would you just be like, nah, Guy's is lunch, man. Guy's is lunch and dinner. I'm not doing breakfast there. No, that's like going to IHOP and trying to get, a fish sandwich. I'm not going to IHOP for that. I saw where they were bringing on super glue and toothpicks to dot the blue tabs. There you go, Lori. Some people have really gotten into, they're going through all that trouble over a $4 bottle of water. Really? If you can't afford a $4 bottle of water, or you know what? Drink the one, pay the $4, and then fill it up in the sink and drink it yourself, and then throw it away when you're done. That way you only paid for one instead of, 6 or how many you drank. Instead of leaving it there for somebody else. Oh my gosh, that's just terrible. Yeah, sad. I agree. It's sad and it's nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. On a related note, on my feed, I saw a picture of a little fish hook that was put into a tip jar. Nobody got hurt, but they said they will be reviewing the video to see if they can find out who did it. Oh, that's just wrong. You know, people are doing stuff like that, needles, fish hooks, sharp things, and you don't know what they did with it before they put it in there. Do they have some kind of disease themselves and they're trying to pass that disease along to some unknowing person? That's what I always suspect. I suspect you're not just trying to hurt me, because you're not going to be there to laugh at it. got the fish hook, you got the needle. You may not be there to watch it, but going home, you've been that devious minded already that you already think this through. Well, I've got this, whatever disease it is. I'm mad at the world. I'm going to give it to somebody else. Wow. It's scary to think about, isn't it? Scary to think about. And people wonder why I'd rather get my water at a bar. There you go. Yep. That's where we get our bottled water. We get our bottled water from the bar. We sure do. That's just a great tip right there from Bone Tire Travelers. Stick with that right there. Detective Lava Shark is on the case, Aaron. I hope you crack that case too, and we can arrest that joker, whoever it is. Maybe a ring of them. I'd eat guys for breakfast. There you go, Denise. I would too. Come on, we'll go have some breakfast. Hey, ABC Cruise, if they still got it, we'll go guys have breakfast one day. Sure enough. That's crazy, Aaron. I know it is. It's crazy. Some people just suck sadly. Sadly, badly. Yeah, they really do. It's terrible stuff. And did you know, Norfolk, if you live in the Virginia area and you say, hey, I'm tired of flying somewhere or driving somewhere to get on a port, you're not going to have to for the next 2 years. The Carnival Sunshine is going to be going out of Norfolk. That's good news for people there in that area who don't want to have to drive far. Now they've got, used to be a naval station, still is, but it's also going to be a cruise port for a while, for at least 2 years for the Carnival Sunshine. And I got a feeling if it works out good, they'll start sending another ship there and then another one. And then pretty soon it'll be like Galveston. You know what I mean? It could get real popular real fast. Get your water from the bar and not just fire water, just plain old water too. Yep, absolutely, Aaron. We believe in that. Get that bottled water from the bar. You know it's safe. It hasn't been tampered with. Okay, I've got one more. No, I got two more things. The express dining. Right now, it's only on Carnival Vista. Carnival Vista. If you have your time dining, they're going to have a certain section roped off in your time dining on the Carnival Vista, and this is just a test also, like the Guy's Burger Breakfast. You're going to be able to come in and get your supper done in 45 minutes. That's pretty fast on a cruise ship. That's fast. I wonder, how are they going to do that? How are they going to do that? Well, one of the parts of the plan is they're going to have a smaller menu. You're not going to get the menu that everybody else is getting that's willing to wait the hour and a half, 2 hours. You're going to get a very condensed, smaller menu, and you're going to have to pick from that in order to be in that section and get that 45-minute in and out the door service, which makes sense to me because they probably got a separate part of the kitchen set up, and all we're cooking is that. Hey, all we're cooking is these 4 dishes, and we're going to hammer them out, and we're going to throw them out as fast as we can and get these people in and out in 45 minutes. I can see where sometimes that's an option you might want. You say, man, I'm running short on time. I want to get to the theater, and I don't want to wait until 10 o'clock to eat tonight, and then I'm going to miss the main dining room. The buffet's closed. I'm going to have to go get pizza, and I don't want to do that. Where can I get something quicker, 45 minutes? You know, I think Carnival's onto an idea there, and I think it might stick. I think this one's a good stick, and I'm going to give them a double squeaky for this idea, for at least giving it a try and see how it works out. And if that sticks and it's over on the horizon next April, I'm going to give it a whirl one night too, just to try it, see what it's like. I want to see what the menu looks like. I want to see if they can really do it in 45 minutes. That's what I want to do. I want to do it. Zach's stream is coming on up here in 6 minutes now. We got 8 minutes there, but that was 2 minutes ago. That's how slow I am here. So I'll be buzzing out of here any minute. Danny says, Chet, are you and Robin going to Helen, Georgia this year? I may be coming one of these years because we're moving and we'll be 3 hours from there. I doubt we're going to go, because we spend her time off, which even she works even on her time off, on a cruise ship. Obviously, because I got a cruising channel and we love cruising. So that would take up, time out of that. And us to drive up there would take us a whole day. So we have to get there a day before. If we stayed for 2 days and then another day to drive back, that would cut into the time a little bit more than we're willing to do at this time. But maybe in the future we might. We would definitely do a 45-minute dinner. Keep in mind, it's a smaller menu to choose from. So I'm curious to see what dishes they're going to put on there. Maybe you're going to like all 4 dishes. Maybe you only like one. Maybe you don't like any of them, but like I'm in a hurry anyway, so I'll take the pork chop with fish sauce. I'll take the pork chop with the fish sauce, please, for $200. We'll see. Angie, we even got national park rule breakers, right? The same rule breakers out there, same ones getting on the ship, Tiffany. They just people that just don't care about nobody or nothing. We need to get Liz and Chris to Helen one day. Oh, I think they would trip on it. And we'll get there one day too, but not in the near future. It's a little more distant future. Yeah, Denise is ready for that 45-minute dinner too. I'm ready for a 45-minute dinner now. I haven't had supper yet. So, but I'm going to jump over to Zach's show, The Nerd Herd, coming on next. And then I'll grab me something and bring it here and eat and watch. And I'll get food all over my keyboard. And it's going to be Zach's fault. Zach, you're going to make me mess up my keyboard. Okay, guys. The last one I got here for you. Carnival had to send out a behavior reminder policy reminding people to be an adult, grow up. You can have fun and not be juvenile. You know what I mean? And by juvenile, I mean not acting like an adult, getting stupid, and interfering with other people's vacations. So Carnival has a behavior reminder policy. It's sad that they got to do that. Hey, you are adults. We just want to remind you are adults, and there are other people on the ship besides you. This isn't your world. It's everybody else is here too. Let's try to be courteous to other people and to the ship and to the employees and the staff and the crew. And you wouldn't think you'd have to do that, but they do. So guys, I sure appreciate y'all being here with me. I got this Friday coming up. I got this Enchanted Princess Runway Fashion Show. Have you ever seen a fashion show, a runway fashion show on a cruise ship? I bet you haven't. I haven't. This is the first one I've ever seen. But guess what? If you're going on a princess cruise anytime in the future, you can too. And in this video, you're going to find out how you can be part of one, whether you want to watch it or whether you want to be in it. We'll give you all the details there. It's been a great night hanging out with y'all. Tomorrow morning, Sea Lake Journeys, and on Spotify, we got another episode of The Conscious Cruiser. Don't miss that. You're going to love it. And Wednesday and Friday, 8:30 in the morning, I'll be back with you again. Me and Sensei Rabbit, second degree dirty belt. Okay, so until next time, guys, I sure thank you for being here, and we'll see you around the channel. See you around the channel.